Have you ever been asked to do something without knowing exactly what would happen next? To leave behind your home, your friends, your family, and step into the unknown? That's what happened to a man named Abram long, long ago. His story would change the world forever. Long ago, in the ancient city of Ur of the Chaldeans, God spoke to a man named Abram. The Lord said to him, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. All people on earth will be blessed through you." So Abram obeyed the Lord. He was 75 years old when he set out from Haran. With him went his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, and all their possessions and servants. They left their home behind to follow God's call. Their journey led them south into the land of Canaan. The first place they stopped was Shechem, under the great oak of Moreh. There the Lord appeared to Abram and said, "To your offspring I will give this land." Abram built an altar to the Lord and worshipped him. From there, Abram moved on to the hills east of Bethel, with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. Again, Abram built an altar and called on the name of the Lord. Everywhere he went, Abram marked the land with worship. But soon, famine struck the land. Food was scarce, and Abram had to travel down to Egypt to survive. In Egypt, things grew difficult. Pharaoh took notice of Sarai, not knowing she was Abram's wife. Trouble came upon Pharaoh's household, but God protected Abram and Sarai. Pharaoh released them and sent them away with wealth and livestock. Abram returned to Canaan, stronger than before. As time passed, Abram and Lot's flocks and herds grew so large that the land could not support them together. Their herdsmen began to quarrel. Abram, being gentle and wise, said to Lot, "Let's not have quarreling between you and me. Is not the whole land before you? Let us separate. If you go to the left, I will go to the right. If you go to the right, I will go to the left." Lot looked around and chose the fertile plains of the Jordan, near the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. Abram remained in Canaan, settling near the great trees of Mamre at Hebron, where he built yet another altar to the Lord. Though they separated in peace, Lot's choice would lead him into danger, a story for another day. Not long after, war broke out among the kings of the region. Lot was captured and carried away with all his possessions. When Abram heard this, he gathered 318 trained men from his household and pursued the invaders. By night, Abram and his men attacked and rescued Lot, bringing him and all his goods safely back. On his return, Abram met a mysterious man, Melchizedek, king of Salem, who was also priest of God Most High. Melchizedek blessed Abram, saying, "Blessed be Abram by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth. And praise be to God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand." Abram gave Melchizedek 1/10 of all he had, honoring God through this gift. Through all of this, Abram trusted God. He left behind all he knew, wandered in a land not his own, built altars to remember the Lord, and walked by faith, not by sight. But God's promises had not yet come true. Abram and Sarai had no child. The land was filled with other nations, and questions remained. How would God keep his word? And who was Hagar, the Egyptian servant, who would one day play a part in this unfolding story? Let's learn a memory verse from this story. By faith, Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 8. Join us in the next episode where we see the covenant of God, the promise of a son, and the test of Abraham's faith.